without wasting much of a time, our guest will introduce himself. Yeah, let me give you the platform to our guest and say you can introduce yourself.
I'd love to greet the listeners. Good morning to everyone who's just tuning into Talitha. My name is Simpiwe Mbuli, and I'm a pastor from Glorious Gospel Nations. And I'm saying, I always tell people in particular, I went to 10 schools. Before I completed school, it was 10 school. So I'm from Middleburg. Yeah.
Oh, from Middleburg. Okay. And also, it's not just Simpiwe Mbuli, but SOG. Yeah. Today we'd like to know about yourself. Where are you from to be where you are today? Where are you coming from to be where you are today?
Yeah.
Because I believe when you are talking about your background, there was no SOG. There was nothing like that. There was something. So yonke lento le isukela kuphi? Umpiwe usuka kuphi? Uqala kuphi? Ukhulele kuphi? Ase abe a pastor today.
Firstly, mina ngapapa mangise KZN, to be honest. That's where the journey started. I think probably I was at 6 years of age, I just found myself in KZN. My mom can explain that one. But I just was in KZN.
Okay.
Shepherd boy there for a couple of years. Then I came in Middleburg in 95. Yeah, I remember 95. And I've only had one passion in my life, to play soccer. Yes, I went to school, but I got focused on school. My passion from age 4 up to a certain age, I wanted to play soccer. So from KZN I was playing soccer. Yes, also a shepherd boy that side. I was in rural areas of Maritzburg and Polwin.
Yeah.
When I came this side, so I was in rural areas and I was when I came this side, I was in township. I was exposed to a bunch of looks and say, wow, what was like? I went to Joburg, I went to Peter D, from Peter D, when I came back to Middleburg. So that's where I started in Pilo, basically. And from being a soccer player, I think that's the only thing I know. What I knew before what to do was just to play soccer. I had one dream, never dream of going to university. I only dreamt to go to. I never saw myself going to a certain workplace. No, I never thought of that. My dream was just to play soccer.
So okay. What are those signs we were born and now in such a way would know? Okay, this is my dream. What are those signs?
Firstly, as a background, Kulami Ramuntu and my team, the team then, and Kulami was the one who exposed us to soccer. So we started to know soccer then. Kabona into just you fall in love with it at a young age. And to figure another Middleburg, you pursue it. You just go for it. Up to a certain degree. I don't think this thing has possessed your mind. I know, especially abantu abadlala ibhola. We are privileged. Most of the guys who play soccer, they are just possessed by the sport. So I was one of them. I was just possessed by sports. Schooling, we playing soccer. Everywhere we playing soccer. You never thought of anything.
Why not basketball?
I know basketball. Basketball. In our communities, before it was just soccer. So if basketball is very later on in life.
Yeah.
Tina 97, even I remember very well about 97, 96. I reached being echo, but there's not a prominent sport.
Yeah.
So we were just exposed to soccer.
Because anyway, Motiodala is just find out what is the only sport that you can, and also that you can afford.
Yes.
To soccer.
It was cheap. Okay. And we were exposed to soccer.
Okay. So when you are growing up, then what kind of a style as a soccer player? Because there are those soccer players you find they are more attractive to our fans, you know. They love by the community, you know. They like to Jabupule. Whenever like
honestly, I'll be honest. one of the favorite player I want Nyaz Manje is not presentable Mombega because I like Tina Khan. There's a play the football I like. Especially when I Mangfige Josie. Mangfige Josie, I started to I started to see that guy. As a young star that was rising. I most of the time I was born a good man rise. Yeah, so he was the new kid on the block.
The favorite one.
To number 13 that I Ganjalo na mi jalang e scorpion shy Alaska pen. So that was the picture. Yeah. I want to solo jalak cheesy. That is like Alaska. Ganjalo. So that was the lifestyle I thought of.
Yeah. I want. Many so we play in Pilo with you so
yeah, that was a dream. I want to
then when you come to my steps, then you develop how far to your career as a soccer player.
I played for obviously Talitha locally, Bomapsi, Sagbo Satalama provincial tournament, I would translate, I would 2004 went to Cape Town to Coca-Cola. Then I became the Swallows now. Then I played for Morocco Swallows under 15, under 17. Then most of the time, I think we challenged in when I was in the academy.
Where you supposed to break? I believe now somebody who went to the stage last. Yeah,
this is a good platform. Now you can just take this thing to the next level. But we are gonna usuga ekhaya umncane go to Joburg. Uhlangana na wonke lama whole sangale Joburg yabona. I mean, it's all good. Your personality does not survive. Cannot stand the test. Obhekana nawe Jozi, then you're distracted. So I was distracted myself. And it's all good. People am sejikile muslaphe ibola ibola selikhona but so diverted man, you're now following other things.
You are no more.
Yeah, so the passion now started to go down. You know, when passion goes, you are dead. Then I think I lost after that.
Okay.
So I lost passion. Then I remember when I stopped playing, I remember because asuka lapho ngaya boarding school epetitive. Then ngabaleke boarding school because of I didn't want ngathi ngiseneskip na. Kwabona uyendaweni usuke la ukhokho khona bathi uyaganga. Esikoleni bathi uyaganga usuke endaweni bathi uyaganga awuke service boarding school. Ufike esikoleni masofika la bathi wo right na wonke umuntu I feel like I'm sick. Kwabona
yeah.
So I start school manje.
You went to the level you suppose it was school. I remember that.
I was the worst lang funda khona but because of it school me like 2 maybe. Yeah. Then I was the worst schooling. Ngasuka kuleso sikole ngijwayele ukuthi I'm the worst. I go to school. Ngifika ngithola abanye abantu lapha amakhanda wasebenzi ngathi angeke ngihlale kahle. So ngahlala uJanuary, February, March. April ngathola amabhekama ngabuye ngathi angisabuyele ngithola ubelejuice. Then mama mangivumela ngabuyele eJozi. Mangifike eJozi coach wami lo ngicoach kuSwallows. Weza ukuthi sengiseJozi ngale boMayfair ngathi. Then I don't know my number amathola kanjani up to today. Coach wami coach bese kase UG. Coach UG. Then wangibize UG nginika amabhasari khona. I think I was in grade 12 because I was in school his matches to that side eJozi phakathi then sengifunda grade 12. Mangifunda grade 12 lapho ke. Then they gave me a bursary for UG. Yeah, and
from to school to come back again.
Yeah, but at the same time, iphupho yokuya evarsity. I never saw myself in varsity. So yes, ngahlala lapha eUG silala khona yabona. But I was already distracted in my mind. Yabona sesipuzwala, yabona September now uyafika. Afika September I remember John UJ already adopted us, which is totally UJ. Major beslala nabo lapho at the time. Major lo nini.
Now udlalela AmaZulu.
Yeah, because UJ at the time. Yeah. Nabo Amanda lo captain eba enyana banyana. This is sonke lapho those squad a lot of guys abaphuma lapho on the team, yeah. So bese lapho. I remember amabhasari bese basinikile vele sofunda mali UJ with one of my friend about Steve waseTepeni. But uyabona kwathi mase kushaya bu September wasibamba umsindo waseJozi sazithola sesilove emajimini sesiphuza sesiyasake emagroundini and masifika lapho. No, but above all I was already discouraged yabona. I was already discouraged. That discouragement was just now taking ama levels.
Yeah.
So I was already an alcoholic then. Then sengisejozi, I remember UJ sihlale UJ. Mase kusondela October sikobhala ama-exam. Sinomngane wami sakhuluma, my brother. Thina zophasa njani esikoleni sagcina yabona dala sagcina esikoleni. Sothi siya kayi-1, yabona kayi-2 yabona. But now siku-matric. So decide just not akafana ngeke sesiphase UJ ngeke sesifike sinesiye ku-university. What we did, we simply we started to thathela namabhazari besinike wona saphonsela le ngaphandle. Sinomngane wami sathe ndoda sihlala kusisi. We are not gonna make it yena bese kadlala kadlala Cosmos. Umngane wami badlala Platinum Stars, then it was Platinum Stars uSiyanda, then sathathana. So we used to have all these guys from abanye bakuchiza abaphakathi bebahlangana lapha kimi MFA eLangelagte. Behlangana khona bekaza bonke labafana sohlala khona lapho. So a lot of guys I was distracted. I distracted a lot of guys nami ngadistracted abantu abaningi. So bafana badlala ibhola most of the time. Badlala kuchiza emakhadini. So behlangana lapho.
Or is more like you find a role now to get recognized in such a way with okay, this one is a platform where I can like abantu bangazi nami ukuthi la ngiya-excela manje.
Sengi-excela kwenye into manje.
Kwenye department.
I remember even School of Excellence, School of Excellence, lezi zabojabu, if I remember very well. Manje ku-matric dance, bese ku-matric lapho na, bese basitholile abantu esikoleni. Bese basibambile. Leyo group leyo nje, i-matric leyo. Before bayo-matric dance baqala lapha kimi, eMFA. So bese ngathi abafana abaningi beza. So now kwabonga ukuthi I was a distracted guy. Sengi-distracted. When it comes to soccer, I was distracting a lot of people. Which even today, majority of those guys, they never bazange bafika no-person. And I'm talking about good players.
And a lot of you guys, you have been exposed with that thing there. You had a talent.
Yes.
You were so talented in such a way with the people Lababa and Ababa breaker. They were not talented, but just they knew that they are not talented. But the only way for them to break it was a discipline.
Yes, you remind me something. Uramas and Pastor, Captain Cheese, man. I remember because the Sala, Romani one, Sala, Petty one, most of the time, Salos has begun on the Tonsala. So the Sala, Cameron, I remember he said something to me. I remember before I break. If break was sort of something in very quick. Coach was stretching under 17, what it also have 19 you try that is Mavangam Tata. Ramas came to me that day, what he made I mean mina spiritual ekaya tons angeke ngisalila. I'm gonna ngizothatha amathasa 19. That was Zulu coach. Understand? And mind you, we had the best team, best defenders. But the courage of that guy, Ramashe, I remember then why I was 19. The next week, Kwabana trials with national team, under 17 national team, a School of Excellence, we went there. Mina bese distracted vela. Bafika shama give it bola. Abangani bami bese school babu. Yabona. Sengithanda
crowd.
Yeah. So safika lapha ku School of Excellence ayo trial lapho. Sayo sodlala it was for national team selection lapho. Khetha nompana. You understand? But after saying to himself ukuthi mina ngisalela. Bamkhetha waba national waba captain yani under 17. From that platform Isalozi, I think for a few months from signing contract with the first team. That's how he broke into the first team. Just got their courage began now. You understand? So a lot of guys access talent is number one, courage and also discipline. So Tina, we were distracted, we lost the discipline. We should eat time as corner and academy as long as break. The guys we knew they were stars. Anyway. Not because they were not talented, but there was no discipline, there was no courage. So I learned a lot from that field of soccer, especially Mango graduator and coming into this new field. Okay.
Ibambe lapho because it's so interesting because you are from this field and you are jumping to this field. And I know there is a cause, there's something behind those stars. Because I believe all of you guys, you had the stars. You are the stars. But you end up failing to become Lento Lebo Melenebe. As you can see today, a lot of soccer players which you saw, they never break. The one, everyone, election, Maybe when we come back, wonderful listeners, he will tell us what is the reason behind. What is the reason behind? Because even now, many people are asking this question. Why those people we look up to, they fail. And those who are less expected, we see them up there.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Let's start a break. Mr. Piwe to Mr. SOG. Yeah. Manje mawukhuluma ngokuthi you know life injalo vele. You exposed manje kuma drugs. Yabo. Yeah. So you are exposed to this life. Aphunywa phela kule mpilo. Aphunywa. To be honest, we can count so many of them today. It's not something that you decide tomorrow to know. I'm going to change my character. I decide to refocus and follow my dream and actually be a focus guy. So when's the lot to this step now?
Yeah. In fact, you know, it's easy to know where I'm coming from, especially know what I'm addressing. Even in my ministry, in our ministry, I mostly deal with character, because that was the first area I learned personally. If you don't prosper there, there's no way you can succeed. If you do succeed, you will not last. So I remember before season we are talking about the transition, man.
Yeah.
What happened? I would go and visit my friends at School of Excellence, about France there. I remember that one.
Yeah.
And ya groove kwenziwa whatever yenzakalayo nje kune vibe kunomoya wakhona nje. I would laugh at them and I would tell them straight ayikho indaba kaJesu. I was very upfront with them. I was clear, I was open, I was telling everybody so those words I used to tell them. Even my mama would tell them. So I was I did not believe in God. Totally. There was no way anyone could convince me otherwise that there's God. You understand? So that's the background I had, because of I think Satan had corrupted my mind. When someone has been corrupted in his mind, couldn't just change this. So I was a corrupted guy. I was high level in a crooked character. Then you know what? Anyhow, anything I feel like I do it. Any wrong thing in my hands, no one could stop me. So I remember those days. The reason Mbala is because of when I never believed in God.
Yeah.
So 2008, I had no choice but to come back home. Life had crashed. Everything I even had choice was a failure. Paul Alpeli, Mpasana Zansasbond is busy.
You cannot afford extra the lifestyle level.
Lifestyle I afford. But I afford, but that was the first.
How do you pretend like you guys were avoiding all those things because you were coming? Yeah. Louis Vuitton like this, yeah?
In fact, no famous academy exchange. That was the lifetime. Wow. That change one abayin. That's the thing. Let's allow you back in the Islam. A lie. So we were living a lie. So from that background, I had to acknowledge with pain. But what made me to go, because 2008 I went just to Durban to stay at Nani Durban, also Durban, my mother's place. Try to find out what can I do now, because I don't have any energy to play soccer. I don't like soccer anymore. Yeah. Eskoleni almost. Nakhona ngiqedinge ngeplan, yabona. So bengasaziboni nje ngifunda, so ngiyabona ngiyofunda ngikhohlwa manje ngikhohlwa manje. I was corrupted in my mind.
Meaning you have hit the rock of failure in such a way with the outside direction with your mind.
No ability. I'm not ability. No matter something, I don't have any power to do anything. That's where I was. Rock bottom. So I was in a helpless position now. That is where I met my wife, but she was my girlfriend then. I think then it became a source of encouragement. Sekunomuntu yabona leso sikhathi yabona amantombazane you had a different view ngamantombazane. Just don't care ngamantombazane, just do as you please. Yabona. But I met someone, telling it to me now, I met someone that I love now. I said, this lady, I just like this lady now. But I never had that. I don't have feelings for Uguti Tando Moon, you know.
Yeah, it's more like
you were just
dirty stuff, you know, about
I was just rough, yeah.
Relationship is the dirty stuff.
For you, Tomazan. Yeah, that was the background thing there. Now I met someone now. Before I accepted Christ, I love this one. I find myself changing now. Hey, this is the lady I like. Yeah, man. Saying good man, this one I can hear. Me, no. Yeah. So I meet now a lady. Now go back now my attention now. Yashinja man. Yeah, saying a course on no one. Intimacy pulls everything. Yeah. One. Saying course on abangan into spilangai. So God draw my attention. I remember now on there are songs because you know Messiah Spanish. I want to say. Yeah. Manguza kuluma na pakit maralo pina ma. Yabon. Pigisa ni waro toto tayo. Unglayo ni nunta tsingan. Yabon. Then I think my girlfriend then, because na ibeanga siniswanga peka sonto. Basonto nitwala abantu abasonto angacambu musindisi. So I'm going to Jesus 2014 2009. Babuya la conference azongithetha sesindisiwe. Yabona utshelo umuntu ongakholelwa na kuJesu usindisiwe uthi kusho ukuthini mawuthi usindisiwe. Yabona yeah wathi usindisiwe. Then that's where things begin to change. Because I remember during those days I started to have a lot of visions. A lot of visions that I had encountered. One vision that changed my perspective. Because someone used to uJesu bengimile ukuthi akekho. Bengimile ukuthi uNkulunkulu akekho, ayikho le ndaba le just deception. Yeah. Then 2009 later on that year, that's December, I remember very well. I was sleeping. This way the transition took place because of all my friends bebazi hayi. Bona bebathisa friends bebazama ukusonta yabona. Ba khona manje uyeklabhini sasekuseni. Yeah, they can play along. Yeah, they can just mix this life. They could not mix this life. Mina ayikho for me. Mina ngithanda le. So the bebana ukuguqa abathandazo yazothi ubuhleke ukuthi amadoda siyaphuza mara bona abathandazo namhlanje yabo. Yeah. So one night in Nele, because I had a vision. In that vision I saw two places. One was a very beautiful place. Another one was like a lot of fire, flames. So people burning there. I never knew anything about God. I saw, and now in the Yasuka. The other one. That way people were flying up and down and a lot of pits and holes, and the place land about it. You'd hear it smells abantu umuntu nukanjani makasha yabona. Inabe thusayo. Yabona. So I was in that place for probably 2 hours if I'm not mistaken. Then that's where I heard a lot of voices la. Kuti the end of life. This is the end of life. Yabona. Then ngabuza why ngayingale mina. But this is where I belong. So there were a lot of things that were going on there. Then I found myself in that dream saying then I knew she didn't want to go. I woke up with friends and what? I just saw something here. You know, something pupil. Just ordinary. But you felt something with this is not ordinary. Yeah, I knew, not just because I was already wet. I was translated from that realm to this side, not just telling a man. I was already wet from the experience I had. Then I went to my mother, because long I wanna so I go my mom like, hey, you know, man, mthandazile man. Yabona angikhulumi language njalo umthandazo because I never been in prayer. I'm changing my to so. Ikwenzakalani kanti uthandazile? Wavele wadonsa ingubo naye wathi ndibheka uzithandazile. Went to a mirror ngazibheka la kodwa. So I started to see because of now you saw the way. Yeah, but the one that you love, it disappearing. The other one,
face lena you deserve here when
you are going here. Then I went to a mirror, ngazibona ngimanzi ngithukiwe ngasakhona ukulala. And this one was more than a dream because I did now umzimba wami umanzi izinto yabona what I was experiencing that side I just felt it this side. So ngathuka from then and ngazama ubachazela abantu umuntu yabona umuntu experience umuntu ukutshela this is a personal experience umuntu uzokuchazela ukuthi enoda uphupheka buthandazi yabona. I then immediately from there now I started to have that consciousness ukuthi uNkulunkulu usho ukhona yabona, but I never followed him. Yeah. So from there until nge-31 I remember besina go happy kumandla nosanu.
I remember
that park. We parked at one over there. Yes, siyaqabula nje sasibuzela. After even seeing that encounter ungamajidala eMiddelburg la sihlala ibhola yabona, so sihleli lapha. Then on the 3rd of that month France I remember athi kimi indoda yasemsosontweni bekabhilivela ukuthi if a Sunday ibalekile yabona, and lapho thina besitangile yabona ukuthi kukanjani esontweni ledudakile yabona. Then ngaya anyway ngoba beka insist yabona ukuthi hayi ngacela ngiyela lapho. So that most of the time bekahlala eduze kwami ngifike ngimdistract yabona ngokukhuluma ufundisa shumana ngixoxisa ngosixoxa indaba zethu. That day ngafika mangihlala lapha and angifuna udistract wahamba bekamele ngihlale ngiwana sana choice lapho semele ngilalele umfundisi yabona. Ngazama ukumbheka umfundisi yabona sishaya yabona waqala washumayela. I found myself thinking nami ngesimo lapha phambili ngiwani sontweni bakamsisana sontweni bangazi khona nje ngamgela uJesu that day.
I mean the conscious inside of you say khulumani in such a way when you expect answers from outside maybe I have to do or to direct you, but you're direct her.
Yeah, it has been my power because of I never planned it, I never loved it, I never wanted it. Bengafuna ukuba umfundisi, bengafuna ukuba umzalwane, mina umfundisi sedinga kakhulu.
Yeah, it's true.
Abazali bengabathatha serious. The way bagqoka ngakona, yabona bagqoka kanjani namzana isijiko, nama kempoboza bodwa ngabona style laba. So bengibona sithi yabona ngini.
And which nale group omingilanayo at the end of the day also is quite opposite.
Yeah.
To that belief.
Yeah.
In such a way every time your group you have to be drinking and what ngikhuluma ngabantwana and all those things.
That was the life esibonayo. That's what the life I knew. So from grade 3 when I had that encounter with salvation, one thing enzeka ngabona my heart changing. Now remember ukuthi wonke lama witness ebenginawo from ezweni on that particular day ngazwa instead ukuthi abantu besifazane ngibabheka ngakhona as objects abazwela. Now sengine compassion esengizwela abantu manje mina yabona then all of a sudden I knew something had happened in my heart ngoba ngathi kuphume something ungena something from that. So ngabiza yena one my friend ngamtshela into die my life has changed. It was a supernatural thing. Siyinto ukuthi ngathi ngadecide ukushintsha no. Something had happened inside yabona up from then up to today. Then during those days 3 years my first year of my salvation I would have encounters with I say one encounter with Jesus. That's when I saw him.
Wow.
That's when I had an encounter with him. Wow. Then I was afraid up to today.
Oh, you mean for someone to change or to accept Jesus Christ as a Lord and Savior is not just a mere ways that you can convince a person.
No, convincing a person is beyond that. That is the reason we pray first. Then salvation most of the time is an encounter. It may not be able to be Jesus physically.
Yeah.
But
something
it's a heart encounter.
Yeah.
That strike your heart.
That cannot be explained.
It's a power of God. It's a power of God unto salvation. So I want to convince umuntu noma umthembisa ngesihoko umuntu angasendisa address because you told him about it. Uyamthreatina ukuthi uzofa yabona. No. It's an encounter with God.
Shothi kuzoba into ya that moment abe ne fear of that moment. Then after that is he will go back to his lifestyle.
If umconvince kanjalo uzoyenza lento umtshela ngoba it's going to go back to it. But if an encounter salvation, that's what I know. That's the reason telling babuza abantu wena wamukele mu Jesu wena kanti wena uJesu. I always ask myself, lo mara wamukela uJesu unjani lo angakachange so yabona.
Yeah.
But what I experienced mina, it's a personal encounter. That is the reason. Yes, we are praying, we are teaching people, we are preaching to people, but don't think logo enough until uNkulunkulu yena himself go to that person says akekho umuntu ongana if thina sasindiswa mphathi waya enhlizweni yomuntu lapho maka encounter naye yena ngeke ambone ngamehlo that product. If ambonile, glory be to God.
Yeah.
But something will happen inside of that person's heart. Ngeke uphinde ushintshe, ngeke uphinde. Akekho umuntu odinga ukuthi akubize owenza. No, you'll have an encounter yourself. I'm not saying after that angeke bakudiri bakuthatha abantu bakubuyisele back into your own mud, yabona. But there's an encounter that is beyond senses. Ukuthi uzama ukuconvince umuntu ukuthi asindiswe. No, it's beyond that.
So
it's beyond that.
So as you're living that lifestyle on that wealth, ne? Drugs, womanizing. I think you're thinking something sort of a satisfaction.
It's true.
Did you manage to get that satisfaction and said, okay, today I've drunk to the limit, and be feel and say today I'm satisfied.
You know, one thing I'm saying to abantu because I even know the moments ukuthi kwenzakalana ngabo 12 too. Yabona mase most of the time we feel sad. If they can be honest, this laba baphuza manje ama colony aba. If they can be honest, they know very well ukuthi uthi sekushaya isikhathi abo 2-3 improving. We feel sad. That's the reason ukuthola usebalala gospel. Why? Kunento aba-understand ukuthi nazi nento ayishayanga. Yazi ngiyile lapha, yazi ngimtholile untombazana osongijolile naye, muhle, sothandane naye. But at the end of the day, we have some most of the time, that's the reason you notice later you're improving by
Yeah.
Go notice frustration. We discover ukuthi I've hit rock bottom. I'm not satisfied. Uphuze bonke ugqoke yonke impahla.
Umthole no choice.
Yeah. Umthole no choice. Wonke umuntu omfunayo umthole uJoyce, umthole whoever uJoyce ayina yakafiki lapha. Futhi that we'll always feel sad. That's the reason ngisho nathi kuboma Joyce masiqeda ukwenza lento lezi eqineni sesiyana la. Sesila nama security, jola sesikhipha imimese, yabona. Then into esenzayo sadness kicks in. Nakusasa ekseni siyazisola. Usithola sisiyazikhuza at the end of the day futhi. Noma sesikhuzile we feel sad.
So you mean on this side is where mawenza izinto wathola that contentment to be content with now. Yes, I'm happy about what I'm doing now.
That's what I found. On the side, this side I was the first thing. I don't know to be a cold Christian. I only knew how to be a serious Christian. I've been a serious Christian since I was born. I received Jesus. Yeah,
because to you, Christianity was not there. You were focused, fully focused now.
I was fully focused.
So you were even confused how these people they can combine both.
Yeah, no, and I don't know that type of lifestyle.
Yeah.
I've took since I never gone back to alcohol. I stopped immediately. While I was an alcoholic, that encounter I had was enough.
Wow.
Yeah, that's why I always tell people which is our mother, no one can see God and live. Seeing him, you die, your life you did. Your life changed. That's spot.
Yo. Wonderful listeners. Maskhuluma la this friend of mine and this brother, he has so much of information in such a way that even the time don't allow us to finish everything today. Yeah, I think for today, no, we won't give them more for today because of time. I think we'll arrange another time, where you can explain and tell us in details, how do you need to behave yourself and how, in order, if you want to become a Christian, where all is that, and also must figure to our careers in order to be there and become the stars of tomorrow. Where do you need to start? Because I believe there is a lot of confusion when coming to careers.
Yes.
Yeah, to many people there is a lot of confusion because some of us, we think that, okay, I have to behave recklessly, then after that, I will make it, because some of us, you can see other people that they have good character, they discipline themselves, but they find themselves failing.
Yes.
They need to know what is the reason and what is the spirit behind. Yeah, but amagama encourage abantu njengoba sibhekene nezimo sama-lockdown, COVID-19, retrenchment, many things are happening. So few ways of encouragement.
The first thing especially, you're down there, or maybe you're trying to rise. There are things, there are key elements. Life is a battlefield, number one.
Yes.
And when you talk about life as a battlefield, you can't be soft. That's what I've learned. Number one, I've learned it from soccer. I've learned it even in Christianity. You find God, when you talk to his warriors, he will tell them, brother, be strong, be courageous. He told Joshua, he took pain. I think, be strong, be courageous. Don't be weak. That's the first thing he told him.
Yeah.
Be strong and of courage. And what makes someone a success, and I thank God for where I am now, what made me to be where I am now presently is courage. What is courage? A lot of people will me say all those things. Those things, I'm not against them, but get what I'm saying to you. You lost your job, it's not a problem. You are poor now, it's not a problem, that's not an issue. But whatever you find to do, and also find to do it well. Number one. It does not matter where you are. It does not matter what you have. One thing in 2010 in party, when I was in my lowest life, he said to me, what do you have? I said, I'm only in my mother's room, my mother's house, in my room. I only have this Bible. He said, God said to me, I'm going to use it to take you out of trouble. And he has done it. He has done it for me. Okay. So, first thing, be courageous. Don't be weak. That's my first encouragement to everyone who's watching, who's listening. Talitha who's listening to this radio station. Be courageous. Be of good courage. Number two, be strong. Yeah. This is a life for the strong. Get what I'm saying? I'm not saying educated.
Yeah.
I'm not saying skilled. Those who are skillful in life. Those who are wise in life. I'm saying this is for the strong. Those who can stand. I want those who can be courageous in the midst of this, and I call it pandemic. And the courageous rule. The courageous, the one who are ruling here. And if you can dare yourself, believe God never works with people. The first thing, he gets you when you are weak and strengthen you and give you strength. Number two, he gives you courage. So if you can learn to be strong, I said you are starting that business. That business is not going to prosper because you went to school and studied by business management. No. That career will not, that thing you want to start, that bakery you want to start, that business, whatever you are doing, it's not going to prosper because you have connections. They don't make those things. It's all about courage. The one thing about courage, it creates a force field. There's nothing I don't believe now. No one can discourage me anymore. I'm self-motivated. I don't need any encouragement anymore. Then I needed motivation. I needed affirmation. I don't need anyone's affirmation now. But for you to prosper, you must be self-driven. You yourself must be encourage yourself. That's where it will begin. Then be strong. Those are the two things I'll tell the listeners. When you get these two, and you don't allow anyone to move you, well, you're done. There's nothing you can't do. You can achieve anything you want tonight. If you want to build an empire, all the guys who will, you'll do it. It's up to you. Be courageous and be strong. No problem. You'll succeed.
What a beautiful